Welcome back, gamers, to a special episode of the Slow Runcast. This is going to be our actual last episode before the Switch 2 release. I said it again. We are going to do something that I really love doing, Durwin. And I wish it was been a little bit of a busy week. I really wanted to do this with you in person. But yeah, my weekend's been hectic and I couldn't get it to work out. But we are going to do our Summer Games Fest predictions episode. We have some of our personal predictions. We have some hopes and dreams and wishes. And then maybe I'll do kind of a roundup of some things that I've heard of and some games that we know about and see what you think about if we're going to get some news about it or not. Off the top, we got a announcement from Summer Games Fest about their 2025 partners, and they have confirmed a lot of them, including the return of Nintendo to the Summer Games Fest. The partners list goes, and to be honest with you, I don't know how much I believe this, but this is some crazy stuff. 1047 Games, 2K, 505 Games, Amazing Season Games, Amazon Games, Annapurna Interactive, Atari, Bandai Namco, Berlin Games, Blumhouse Studios Games, Capcom, CD Projekt Red, Coffee Stain, Dave, which is we talked about that last week. That's the spinoff of the Embracer Group. Dave the Devs, Devolver Digital. I do not know what that is. .mu. Ooh, I'm excited for that. Dreamhaven, Embark, Enhance, Epic Games, Focus Entertainment, Frontier, Funcom, IM 8-Bit, IO Interactive, Kakao Games, Kinetic Games, Kuro Games, Level Infinite, Magic the Gathering, Megabit, MetaQuest, Mundfish, NC, Neki, NeoWiz, Nexon, Niantic, Nintendo Switch, Newverse, Pearl Abyss, Playside, Playstack, PlayStation, PM Studios, Razer, Sega, Softbrains, Square Enix, Steam, Supermassive Games, Techland, Xbox, Exola, and Yacht Club Games. Now, of course, a lot of these are maybe smaller publishers, indie publishers, maybe that you haven't heard of, but we at least have confirmation of all three platform holders, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Obviously, Xbox has their own dedicated event that they've always had during Summer Games Fest that takes place 3 days after opening night live. But we also have news of Steam, Epic Games, 2K, Square Enix, and so some of the big ones. We don't see EA over here. We don't see Ubisoft over here. There were some people trying to guess to see if EA and Ubisoft were going to have their own dedicated event as well, which they have had at Summer Games Fest before. Based on this, I'm going to say no. I don't think EA is going to have their own little showcase, and it sounds like Ubisoft isn't. And Ubisoft has already internally delayed a bunch of their games, so maybe they're
it looks like their schedule is like kind of out too. Did you see their events?
Who? Ubisoft? Or no?
No, Summer Games.
Yes. Yeah. Their schedule is out. I actually had it open here. The events are as follows. Obviously, let's start with the two big ones. The two big ones is the Summer Games Fest itself, which happens at 3 p.m. Mountain Time here on Friday, June 6th. And then the second biggest event, arguably, is or maybe even the biggest, is the Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday, June 8th, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Add those to your calendars, folks. In addition to that, we have a lot of smaller stuff, indie stuff, mostly. But I usually watch all of these anyway because I'm an indie fanatic and I try to get all the deets on all the indie games. But we have the Day of the Devs, which happens right after Summer Games Fest. State of Unreal, that's all about the Unreal Engine. That happens 3 days before. Devolver Digital Showcase, which is an indie publishing company. Wholesome Games, which talks about all the fun, cozy games. Women-led games, which I think is new. Latin American Showcase, which I believe is new as well. Some Southeast Asian games showcase as well. Green Game Showcase, this is new. Frosty Game Showcase. I do not remember that from last year. The PC Gaming Show, which also happens on June 8th, right after the Xbox show that happens every year. And we have the Black Voices in Gaming Showcase. And we have confirmation that there is going to be a game premiere for Death Stranding 2 happening on June 8th at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, late. Of course, this doesn't need to be a prediction. Kojima is buddies with Jeff Keighley. He's going to be do something with Jeff Keighley, and this looks like what it is going to be like.
Yeah. It looks like it's hosted by him too.
Yeah.
So,
we also got rumors that I don't know if this is confirmed, but it's not confirmed. Of course, it's rumors, but that there might be a Nintendo Direct this week as well. So, because we don't have a PlayStation is mentioned as a partner. Nintendo is mentioned as a partner for the Summer Games Fest. Does this mean that they're just going to show a game or two at the event? That's usually not Nintendo style. So there are, Sony will do it sometimes, but there are speculations that they're going to have their own kind of event outright.
Yeah. I mean, we're 5 days out. You'd think that they'd be announced by now.
Yeah, it might be a next week thing, like a late next week.
Yeah, thing, Or if they do decide to do their own thing.
So, Durwin, any off your top of the head predictions or anything you wrote down for this? General, specific, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think when I saw Bandai Namco, I went straight to my one of my hype games for this year, Digimon Time Stranger. I'm hoping for a release date.
So this is a prediction, or this is a hope, or this is.
I think it will be a prediction because and I actually wrote down a month. I'm thinking September 2025. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's the time frame for Digimon Time Stranger.
That seems like a reasonable day.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is a game that we saw earlier this year that you were pretty high about. I think we saw it at State of Play.
Yeah, was it State of Play? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was State of Play.
Okay.
Bloomhouse Games. I know that they were working on. What is it? They announced like 5 different titles or something, right? Like that, right? They have like a whole bunch.
Yeah, they're doing like horror games.
Horror games. So I'm thinking that they're probably gonna actually put a release date on one or two of these.
I think 2 of them came out last year. I don't know if a Quiet Place was done by them.
No, I don't think A Quiet Place was done by them. A Quiet Place was Saber. I think Saber Interactive.
Saber Interactive.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
But they did release Fear the Spotlight last year. That was one of the games that they had announced, and it came out last year.
Yeah. So I'm expecting a few of those to come out. So hopefully they come out with some good looking trailers. What is that? Is that Project? That's that storytelling game. Is it 2080 something?
That is Directive 20 or 8020 or something like that. Yeah. Sorry, I'll get that.
I'm hoping there's something for that. I think that it's definitely due for another trailer.
Yeah, maybe a gameplay trailer or something.
Yeah, a full gameplay trailer.
Directive 8020. Yep.
Yes. This one I think is like a guaranteed Monster Hunter Wilds content drop
with Capcom
trailer.
Being there.
Yeah.
Do you think Capcom's going to have their own event, because they have had their own event in the past? So has Square Enix.
I don't think they have enough on their. Well, some people are speculating. I feel like
they've had those events with very little on their plate before. Do you remember the one we watched?
That's true. Ago? The one that I got AI to recap for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be kind of cool. Like, what do you think is next? Do you think, because they own Atlas as well, do you think Persona 6 is going to come out first, or is it new Resident? Capcom.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't think so, dude. I'm pretty sure Atlas is an independent company. No, dude, I don't think so.
No, I swear they work with Capcom all the time.
They are a subsidiary, but of Takara Corporation, and of Sega.
Oh, of Sega. Okay.
Or of Sega right now, actually. Yeah.
Maybe
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 they
I'm
used to
confusing
be.
them.
Maybe they used to be owned by the same company or something at one point in
Yeah,
time, but
I
they
think
let
I'm
the
confusing them with Capcom.
yeah
Yeah, it
Capcom I
should be
believe is
Sega. I don't know why I'm. Anyways, I am kind of hoping for a new Persona. I think
Sega's there, right?
yeah, Sega's
Is
there
this?
too. Yep, Sega's there too.
Do you think that new Persona is your Persona 4 remake?
I don't know.
Metaphor re
I don't want a
Metaphor
remake,
Refant
man. I just
Metaphor
want a new.
Fantasia just came out last year.
That's true. I just want them to. You know why I'm just high on Persona 6 or like I want a new Persona and
Why?
not a remake is because I want them to take a look at what Claire Obscure did, reflect, and then come back with something sick.
Yeah. Yeah. The best thing they could do is decrease the dialogue by 50%. And
And
then we're good.
increase the waifus by 100%.
Oh yeah. The waifus is not a complaint, but it's the dialogue. If you could just make the dialogue more worth my while, then okay.
No, no. What I want them to do is like do what Pow World did, because remember they made that that dating sim or something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
that was
Yeah,
like
yeah. I want them
the
to make Persona 5, like Persona 5, but make it 100% dating sim and 100% more waifu.
I guess does this new Persona 5 mobile game, gotcha game count as the new game that you're looking forward to?
No,
The
because
Persona
you gotta pay.
Oh god. But yeah, so Sega is on the list, so
Yeah,
you never know, right?
yeah. I think I want to see a Persona 6 game purely because of Claire Obscure. I want them to look at that and be like, I can do better in some
I think
sort
it
of
might be too.
fashion.
I think they're in the drawing board, but I think it might be too early to come out with
Yeah,
Persona 6. It plays exactly like Claire Obscure. Oh, I
yeah.
think it would
That's
be
true. That's
too
true.
close for that.
Another thing I was thinking of, Bandai Namco, of course,
Yeah.
is One Piece Pirate Warriors.
Didn't they just have a One Piece game about a year ago?
Did they?
Yeah, dude.
I
Come
don't
on,
think it
they
was a
did.
Pirate Warriors game though, right?
I don't know, bro. I don't pay attention to
Yeah.
anime
And the
really.
only reason why I kind of want this is because I'm now back on trying to read the manga for One Piece. So I've been doing a few chapters here and there. And then
Okay.
also Netflix. They just announced the look for Chopper. So this was what kind of sparked the whole pirate One Piece pirate thing for me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we haven't seen one of those for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then of course Bandai Namco being there.
I mean, I don't know. These anime like tie-in games, I don't keep a good tab on them, but I do remember there was a One Piece Odyssey or something like that.
Oh, I bought that one.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I thought that was a game that showed
It
up a
was like an
few years
RPG,
ago,
wasn't it?
2023. So that's
Yeah.
been a
So
while.
it's 2 years ago now,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I don't think it's developed by
Koei
Koei
Tecmo.
Tecmo, right? LCA. They're
But why
developed
would
by ILCA. Who's Pirate Warriors developed by?
I think you're thinking Bandai, like they're not developed by Bandai Namco, not Koei Tecmo.
No, they're developed by Omega Force and Koei Tecmo, but
Oh,
published by
actually, okay.
Bandai Namco. Yeah, yeah. Is it 4 that we're looking at? No, it would be 5 now, right?
I think
Yeah,
going
4
back
was
to
out.
I'm going back to your like Sega thing. I think you're gonna see from Sega, you're gonna see a lot of those games that they said they were gonna like remake, like your Crazy Taxi and
Oh
your
yeah.
your Shinobi. We have a release date for, and we even have like a special edition come out. So,
Hmm.
um,
Don't they have that Sonic kart game coming out soon too?
yeah, didn't that get like delayed like 3 times or something, or is that the other game that I'm thinking about? There's a
Let's
Sonic game
see.
that keeps getting delayed.
Sonic Kart Riders, I think, or Kart Racing, 2025.
Yeah,
Did they
you're
stick
right.
with
You're
that?
right. Sonic, yeah, it had a name. Actually, no, you're right.
Crossworlds, Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Yes, yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should. There's a release date for that, right? No, it's just 2025.
No,
I
it's
think
just
so.
2025.
So I think we should finally get a actual release date for this.
Yeah. Probably it sounds like it's about time. But do they want to release it now with Mario Kart? I think maybe
No,
they take a break and push it back.
or maybe they do because Mario Kart will be exclusive to PS5, right? Or sorry, not PS5, Switch 2. So then now they could push out something for Xbox and PS5, right?
I could see
For
that.
people
Yeah.
that want to like play that card
I
game.
could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still I think you're gonna get the majority of your users on the Switch, so maybe you don't want those two to or nothing's cannibalizing Mario Kart, but maybe you don't want
Mm-hmm.
Mario to cannibalize Sonic. And yes, I said it for you, Sonic sickos. Mario is more popular and more successful as of a franchise. Sorry, I'm a Sonic guy. I'm a Sega Genesis kid, but sorry, it's the truth. Anything else?
I think those are the ones like off the top of my head that I could think of.
Yeah. I think okay, so I was going to go your route and
Mm-hmm.
like predict very reasonable things based on what information we have. And I'm like, do I really want to come here and do a podcast and say Kojima is what do you call it, gonna show up? Like everybody knows this, right? So I decided to go lunatic. Okay. I decided to go a little bit more lunatic than you
Okay.
and make some bold predictions. Okay. My first bold prediction is you're not going to get a Switch 2 Special Direct, and you're not going to get a PlayStation State of Play for this thing. And I think this partnership is going to be very, very minimal. And it's probably going to be like one trailer of one thing that's like not core Nintendo,
Okay.
or one
So
trailer of
you
something
think that
Sony.
Nintendo will just do their own thing and have it not related
I
to
don't
this
think they're
summer
going to do
games?
their own thing anytime soon. Because the Switch 2 is coming out. We already know what's coming out. What are they going to show
I
us?
guess that's true.
I think their own thing is going to come out like later, maybe in the month or maybe later in the summer.
Hmm.
I don't think. I don't get
I
excited
think
that you're going to get a direct.
the Nintendo name only shows up. Part of me actually only thinks that the Nintendo name is only showing up because the amount of third party publishers that Nintendo now has. So
Exactly.
then it defaults that they are kind of a partner because they're showing off their games because
Coming to Switch 2.
it's
Coming to
coming to
Switch
Switch
2.
2. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't think you're going to get it there. I don't think you're going to get a Nintendo Direct. I just think it's too soon. Like, what do you need?
Yeah.
The only thing we really need to know is Metroid Prime 4 release date. That is the only piece of information that we're missing. And I guess the Kirby Air Ride thing that Sakurai is working on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
I highly doubt Nintendo has like their own thing too. And that's because they already did like their own showcase. Remember they did those treehouse sessions?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
they showed the gameplay already. So like,
The
what
ones
more is
where
there to
everybody was commenting
show? Yeah, to
lower the price,
drop the
drop
price,
the price. Yeah.
and then they increased the price,
Yeah.
or they wanted to. Sorry, they increased the
You know what?
prices on accessories.
Yes. And I want to be even like more pessimistic. There's a possibility this Switch 2 partnership is just ads in
You think
the
so? That
showcase.
would be so funny.
Here's a Nintendo Switch 2 ad because they put ads in this showcase. So, and then the Sony thing, I'm not sure. My gut feeling was this is going to be for some of their stuff that's on other consoles. Maybe this is going to be like, I thought maybe they were going to show more Marathon, or they were going to show like, I mean, whatever Haven Studio was working on before Jade Raymond left like last week, right? That was where my brain was like maybe the other game that they're working on, Gummy Bears, some of these multiplayer games that are going to come to other platforms. I don't think they were going to show like, but they have in the past shown their Sony first party games sometimes at some of these third party events. It's not a black and white with Sony, but my gut feeling tells me don't get too excited from this. Like this is just a little bit of marketing from Jeff Keighley's end. And okay, yeah, like remember 2 years ago where the finale for this thing was Neil Druckmann coming up on stage with a bunch of freaking art from The Last of Us Online, promoting the Last of Us show with the Last of Us trailer and saying, hey, we're working on Last of Us Online. Look at this screenshot, right? That was the finale for Summer Games Fest. So
Yeah,
he has to hype it up for the viewership a little bit. And
yeah.
it could be something like that.
I also think that there's going to be some more trailers or some more involvement with TV as well. Right?
Yeah,
Because we
that's a good
already
point.
have so many things that have been announced that is like a show or a movie based off a video game, right?
You're thinking like Fallout Season 2 or something like that?
Maybe not Fallout Season 2.
Because
I
maybe
think I
that'll be on
actually
the
wrote some
Xbox One.
down here. Give me 1 second to pull it up. So I was thinking, oh, never mind. I actually didn't write down any specifics. I just wrote down, will we see movie trailers? Question mark.
Mm.
What are some? There's the Death Stranding. Was it a
Death Stranding
movie?
anime and movie. Anime has been confirmed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that. What else was coming out?
Can't remember, Durwin, man. There's so much. The next Mario movie. The next Mario movie is coming out. I don't know, sometime 2026, I think.
Yeah. Another
There's another.
Borderlands movie? That'd be funny.
There's another Cyberpunk anime coming out too.
Yeah, that
There's a
one's like
Witcher.
that's not like a sequel or whatever, right?
Isn't there
That's
a
just
Witcher anime? Yeah, it's a different stand up. Is
yeah.
there another Witcher anime coming? A Witcher anime coming out, or did it already come out?
I don't know. I just thought there was only the Witcher live action.
No, there's an anime too. I can't.
Interesting. There's the Angry Birds movie, but I don't think they were up on there, right? Legend
No, I
of
don't think so.
Zelda. I mean, that's pretty like out there.
The Zelda movie, whatever that's gonna be.
Yeah. Is there Ghost of Tsushima as well? Right?
There is. Isn't there
Yeah.
like there's this confusing thing between Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon and God of War. Like
Yeah.
God of War
All that
is
stuff
through
is just like a big
Amazon.
question mark, you know?
Yeah. God of War is being
Yeah.
done by Amazon, but then there was like the showrunner quit and they started it from scratch, and then Horizon was being done by Netflix, but they canceled the show. Now it's a movie now. And Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Just all over the place. And like there's a BioShock like movie or show too, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it would be a place to show trailers for this stuff for sure.
Yes,
And
because I
he
mean,
has been
then
doing
it's
it.
not like a game, but it's still like it in the same gaming world, right? So
Yeah. Okay. My second prediction, it gets more wacky from here. Hollow Knight Silk Song release date. Enough said there. I'll just leave that there. Hollow Knight Silk Song release date. I mean, it's gotta happen. Like, maybe they have a publishing or marketing deal with Nintendo, and it would be shown on this hypothetical Nintendo Direct.
Mhm.
But otherwise, when are you going to show it? Either you're going to show it on a Nintendo Direct, or you're going to show it on this event.
Mhm.
But then they've also showed it at the Xbox. Remember they showed it at the Xbox Showcase like 2 years ago. Like, who do they have the marketing deal with? I think they're just going to put it anywhere.
Yeah, it could just be anybody.
Yeah,
Anybody's guess. Next, you're gonna tell me the Blade will have a release date.
No, I'm not going to go there. I think, okay, this is my third prediction. I saw Bandai Namco up there. I think we're going to find out what the next thing from Software is work, because Elden Ring Night Rain is out. So far, their last few projects have been like DLC expansion, spin-off, multiplayer. Dusk Bloods. I don't think Dusk Bloods is the next big thing. I think it's the next thing, but I think there's a next big thing, which maybe won't come out till 2027 or 2028 or whatever. But I think we finally find out with the Bandai Namco. It could be Bandai Namco, so it could be the next Elden Ring thing, or it could be PlayStation, and it could be the Bloodborne remake.
Man, you are really out there with these predictions right now.
I just wanted to have fun.
You're just out to lunch, dude.
Yeah. I just wanted to have fun. So we'll see. I mean, if I get these right, dude, like, you're gonna like sign me up, bro. Like,
we're gonna buy you a lottery ticket.
Call me Jason Schreier. It gets crazier, bro. Get ready.
Okay.
We're going. Take Two is on that list.
Oh my
or 2K.
God.
Right?
Okay.
We're going to see, and then we know Ken Levine, the creator of BioShock, who left that studio to make another studio that now is still owned by the same 2K brand. He's working on Judas, which we've seen a lot of, but then we haven't seen anything for the last year of. We saw a lot of it last year, and we thought it was going to come out. We didn't say anything. But I think it's finally time we get a release date for Judas. But during the same event, we get a release date for Judas. We are going to see BioShock 4 in the same event.
Dude, you're so...
BioShock 4 and Judas will be shown at the Summer Games Fest simultaneously, potentially even back-to-back trailers.
I think you have a better shot of saying like BioShock Infinite is getting like a remaster or something, dude. BioShock 4?
It's working. No, it's happening. BioShock 4 is actually a real thing. That
You
is
think
not
it's
the
gonna get shown back to back with
Yeah,
Judas?
BioShock 4 is a real thing
Okay.
being worked on right now at 2K. But what I'm saying is we haven't seen BioShock 4, but I'm saying we're going to see it the same time we see Judas. So Ken Levine's original creation that he's no longer working on with Ken Levine's new creation put together back to back. And you won't be able to tell the difference. It'll just be like seamless like transition.
Okay.
Are you ready for number 5?
There's more? All
There's
right.
more.
Okay. Okay, let's
Last time at the Game Awards, we got a trailer for a game that was clearly a long way out. We got a trailer for The Witcher 4 cinematic trailer from CD Projekt Red.
Don't tell me you think there's gonna be a gameplay trailer.
No. In light of the new news that Cyberpunk 2 is in full production, we are going to get a Cyberpunk 2 cinematic trailer at Summer Games Fest.
Oh, okay. What does pre-production entail?
No. Is it? Did they say it's in full production?
Is it post-production? Is it?
Okay, come on. Do you remember when they showed that thing in 2013 with the freaking Keanu Reeves coming to the stage in 2013, and they didn't even start working on it till like 2017 or 2016? So yeah, they have not learned their lesson. It's gonna be back to that.
No chance. No chance. See,
Okay.
or no, Cyberpunk 2 production. Isn't it pre-production?
It's pre-production.
Narrow
Cyberpunk
down
2
as production ramps
is
up.
it's in pre-production.
Yeah, it's in pre-production. There's no chance.
Come on, bro.
Okay. This is a random question. Okay, so if they have to attach an action star, a Hollywood celebrity to this title, because Idris Elba was for their DLC expansion, right? And then Keanu Reeves is for the original 2077. Which Hollywood actor is going to be the face of this?
Thank you, Durwin. I am about to make a crazy prediction, and it's going to come true, and you guys are going to be like, wow, we need to listen to this podcast. This guy's got it figured out. The face of Cyberpunk 2077, starring 2 people.
Is it going to be
Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. And Billie Eilish?
Yeah. It'll be Sydney Sweeney and Billie Eilish. The faces
oh my
of
God,
Cyberpunk.
No.
Billie Eilish feels more cyberpunk than Sydney
No,
Sweeney.
no. I think it's gonna be what's her name? Big name right now. What's her name? Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas.
Oh yeah, she's been in that new John Wick movie.
Yes,
right?
I think there's a high chance that it's her. Or what's the other movie I was just watching?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself now. You're treating my prediction like it's real, and you're like, okay, let's see what.
And then who's the other? There's this other actress that I think would be really good for the role as well. She was just in a movie with John Krasinski. I think her name is it was Fountain of Youth. That's the movie that I was watching. Isa Gonzalez. Do you know who she is?
I know she is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think those would be like pretty dynamite for the face.
Tune into the Summer Games Fest to find out. We will see release date trailers for all the East Asian setting Souls likes simultaneously in one event.
That's a huge blanket.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. We already got a release date for, so maybe we'll get a reiteration. But we will say Phantom Blade 0. We will say Where Winds Meet. We will say Ballad of Antera. We'll see whatever other ones that I cannot even freaking remember their names.
Tides of Annihilation or something.
Tides of Annihilation. Yes. Tides of Annihilation. I need to put that one down so I remember it every time I bring this up because I need to cross-reference all these.
Yeah,
But
dude,
yes,
honestly, I can't remember what these look like anymore. It's
yeah,
bad.
they all look the same. If I saw one, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one it is. They all look good, but they all look the same.
Yeah, there's nothing differentiating them, you know?
No, no, not at all. Um, are you ready for this next one?
Oh my god, there's more. Okay.
There's more. Do you remember? Well, Capcom is on this list here.
Okay.
And if any of you goes back and watches the 2020 Sony showcase for the PlayStation 5, where we first saw the PlayStation 5 with a release date and a price, and we saw games like Demon Souls Remake, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, Spider-Man Miles Morales, for the first time. If you recall, if you go back to that showcase, there are 2 games on that showcase that have yet to be released. One of them is an indie game by the name of, I forgot. I wrote it down somewhere here. It
The
is
name of I
called
forgot. Okay.
it is called Little Devil Inside. That is not what I'm predicting. I'm predicting the other game that we saw and still hasn't been released and has been delayed multiple times with sorry apologies at every Capcom event. We are going to get a release date for Pragmata. Pragmata is coming out, folks. Durwin's looking at me like, what the hell is Pragmata? But for all the real G's out there who remember Pragmata with the space suit and the girl in the blonde hair, Pragmata is coming out. We are getting the release date for Pragmata. This game is not dead in the wind. It is coming out, and it is going to be a Game of the Year nominee. What do you think, Derwin?
I mean, it is. I just
It
googled
is
it. It's
still.
currently set for 2025.
It is still on
Dude,
PlayStation's
I do
website.
not remember this at all. What is this?
It's been delayed like 3 times, dude. It's literally, it just keeps getting delayed. It's been 5 years. Yeah. But I believe Pragmata will come out, and if Capcom was going to cancel, they would have canceled it already. During the last bold prediction for the Summer Games Fest. Are you ready for this?
All right.
Finally, the wait is over. With Steam being a partner on Summer Games Fest, we will be getting our first look and release date of Half-Life 3.
Shut up.
Mic drop, baby.
Man, did they lock you in a loony bin and ask you to come up with the craziest
It's
stuff?
gonna be the greatest summer of all time for gamers. And that is my predictions.
Of course you had to pull a Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3, Hollow Knight, Bloodborne. Don't forget. Because we know GTA 6. GTA 6 is out of that like most anticipated.
Is there any other games that are on hold indefinitely that you think will have a release date?
Concord is coming back.
Concord is getting re-released. Is that what you want to say?
Re-release special edition. That's my predictions. Let's move on to your wishes. What are your wishes, Derwin? What do you really wish for this?
My wishes are exactly what you just predicted. Dude, have you ever played the Half-Life games? They're great. They're amazing.
I've never been on a Steam platform, so I have downloaded them on my
Dude,
Steam Deck.
you need to play. There's a reason why Half-Life 3 is like one of the most anticipated games for some of these people.
I am fully interested in finding out why people go crazy over Half-Life. I've never had the chance to play Half-Life growing up just because it was like not on other platforms or whatever. And yeah, now that I have good old Steamy and it's like $11 on Steam Deck, I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe even play it on GeForce Now, Half-Life 2, so they get that RTX version with the one where they
the RTX mod, or not a mod. It was like a full like release, right?
Full like release.
Yeah.
So anyway, for real though, any wishes and dreams and hopes that you really have for this?
I mean, if they didn't like push back Marvel, the Avengers 19, or is it Marvel 19? Yeah, 1943. I that'd be one of my top wish lists.
Yeah, Rise of
dude, I don't know. It's so broad. I think I covered some of these last time we like for what we really wanted to see. I'm gonna add some like crazy stuff, I guess, since we're here. Do I really want to see the Jurassic Park Survival?
That game looks really good. Yes, it looks really good.
Yeah, that one's done by Saber Interactive. Dude, I really hope it doesn't play like A Quiet Place because I don't want to quit on that game. Because
Yeah,
Saber Interactive.
I remember
That's the
your
reason
review of
why I
that.
remember Saber Interactive did
Yeah,
Quiet Place, because I
I
played
remember.
that game.
Yeah,
If you forgot,
I remember your review of that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
that's one of them. I want to see a new sick Gundam game. High potential because it's Bandai Namco
Bandai Namco. Yeah,
and they own the rights for distribution here out in
they're publishing all
America.
that in the
Yeah,
North
yeah.
America. Yeah,
Like it is Gundam Wings, I think like 20th anniversary. Is it 25th anniversary? Gundam Wing anniversary. I'm almost positive. 30th anniversary this year.
nice.
So like I'm hoping maybe something cool, and then of course Gundam Seed Freedom, that movie that came out last year, did really good. So like maybe it's time for some sick Gundam games.
For
Highly doubt
some
it.
Gundam sickos. Yeah,
Yeah, highly doubt it. What is that? What else? I don't think. Do you think there's gonna be any Sony stuff? I don't think there's gonna be crazy Sony
I
stuff.
have some wishes and dreams on the Sony stuff. That's why I put them on my kind of wishes and
Yeah,
dreams.
yeah. Is one of them that Naughty Dog game, that
No,
the
I'm kind of
unreleased one?
nah.
You're done with that?
I'm kind of done with Naughty Dog, to be honest with you. I don't really care. Like I kind of have a sour flavor in my mouth. Release your next game and then we'll talk. Like I don't really
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
hear about the next
yeah. I
massive
do want to see
compilation.
gameplay trailer for Heretic,
I mean,
the Lost
again,
Prophet, or the Lost Prophet.
Going back to the whole Sony partnership. Where did we
Mm-hmm.
see Heretic, the Intergalactic Prophet, or inter whatever the title is
Yeah.
called? We saw it at Game Awards, a Jeff Keighley event. So don't count it out that Sony's going to show something. Um, yeah. So I just don't think it'll be like a dedicated like state of play this week.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Who else? Nantic? I don't. I'm not interested in anything with anything to do with Nantic.
but here's yeah, like I mean, I have some wishes, but I feel like they're like surefire ones, so I don't
Yeah.
really write them
Let's
down
hear
because
it.
I'm like, yeah. So like, what I really want is, you know it. We have the Xbox Game Showcase. I'm sure we're gonna see some Fable. I'm sure we're gonna see some maybe Clockwork Revolution. It's about time to see more of that. I'm sure we're gonna see Gears of War E-Day. Right? I'm sure we're going to see some of the next Diablo expansion. I'm sure we'll see the next Call of Duty. They've already announced that they're going to have Outer Worlds 2 Deep Dive, which I was counting out that game was going to come out this year, but it looks like it will. I mean,
Do you
Marvel's
think on
Blade,
this
man.
Xbox showcase they're gonna be finally showing some of these potential games that will be coming to Switch too?
Yes, maybe because they did not show it on Switch platforms, so maybe they're going to show it on their platform. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that might be something
that
interesting
might be some.
to look out for.
But I mean, for me, there's one thing that's going to be on that Xbox showcase that I really want, and it is slated for 2026. So maybe start talking about it now. Marvel's Blade, man. I want to see more Marvel's Blade. I'll be dead serious. I want to
How
see
about you
more
just want to
Marvel's
see
Blade.
Ghost VO
Yes, Ghost of Yota is coming out. We know we have a release date. We're going to see it. But Marvel's Blade, like, it's been years, man. I don't know when they showed it. 2022, 2023, when they showed it on the summer. It was like, I think, Game Awards or on an Xbox showcase. We saw the cinematic trailer. We haven't seen it since. I need to see what this game looks like. I want to see what Arcane Leon's cooking up. So Marvel's Blade is for sure my biggest wish. Next thing, Capcom is going to be there. And if PlayStation's going to be there, usually Capcom kind of markets this with PlayStation, but maybe it's time. I know the track record is to show these games on a state of play, but the next Resident Evil, what are they working on? Is the next Resident Evil going to be this rumored Resident Evil 9 that was previously like an open worldish game or open zone-ish game that they've now changed? And we know the next Resident Evil 9 is not going to be in the same like story arc as Biohazard and Village. It's going to be like a new character or something. Where are we at with Resident Evil? And if it's not Resident Evil 9 and it's a remake, I know we've been hearing rumors about a Code Veronica remake, or maybe it's a Resident Evil 0 remake, or maybe it's a Resident Evil 1 remake. Which one is it? We like they're running out of remakes, but I'm sure they're going to remake all of these core ones.
hmm
Or are they going to do a 5 or 6? I really hope not, but I think we need to see when the next one is. It's been a few years. They've had steady release of Resident Evil games year after year. Um, 2019 for 2, 20 for 3, remake, 2017 for 7, 2021 for Village, 23 for 4 remake. Like, it's been a few years now and we haven't heard anything, so I think it's time to see next thing for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's 2025. I know maybe Sony doesn't want to jump the gun for marketing because they have Ghost of Yotei coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it has not stopped them in the past. Like earlier this console generation, they had a lot of games coming out and they were showing them simultaneously. What is this next thing from Sony Santa Monica? What is this God of War side spin-off remastered project? Remake of the first 3 games that we're talking about, right? What is it? When
Yeah.
is it coming out? It's slated, rumored for this year, right?
Would you be more excited for a remake or like a new entry into the series? I'm actually kind of more interested in a remake.
I'm excited for a remake. I want to see what that
Yeah.
would look like. Those games have aged considerably. They're still pretty playable, but yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see what a remake would
I
look like
really want like a full remake of like one of
of
these
the World 1,
original
2, or
games.
3. Yeah, I have no problem with that at all. And then the other question is Wolverine. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's also slated for 2026. We're midway through 2025. When do you start your marketing for it? Right? I know they ended up showing off a little bit early, but Wolverine, like, I would like to see what else is going to happen with that. And in addition, Soros, which is the game coming from Housemarque that they showed earlier this year and said later this year, we're going to find out more about it. So maybe this is later this year. Maybe later this year is more Gamescom. Maybe later this year means like Game Awards, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And I'm really hoping, God, please, do not kill us in October. Just let us freaking catch up on these games, bro. Don't just start releasing everything on the same week just because GTA is not coming out anymore. Please, God, like, there's a lot of good games coming out, and just space them out. Like you got from now till May for GTA. Space them out. They don't all got to come out in October. But that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, those are some big wishes. Okay, so like we've now put our kind of like our hopes or dreams. Are you high for this like summer games fest? Do you have high expectations for this or not really?
I have high expectations for Game Awards all the time. I feel like Game Awards is a very good event. Summer Games Fest is hit and miss. Sometimes they have really good ones. Sometimes it's not. But the thing that I have high expectations for is the Xbox Showcase. The Xbox Showcase has been stellar every single year since I want to say 2021. They've been good showcases year after year, back to back. And last year's was insane. One of the greatest probably video game showcases I've ever watched. Like for all the announcements they had there. So Xbox, I have high hopes for. Summer Games Fest, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
You?
I don't know. I feel like lately my expectations are kind of like a little bit low. I don't know. I feel like I want to enjoy like the games that are coming out. I'm like more focused on like kind of what's ahead of us in the next few months versus like what's going to be happening further along.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I
Sometimes I
think
get
during
carried
the
away with
end of the
that.
year, I kind of get more into like, oh, like I want to look deep into further into 2026 and 2027. But like right now, with so many like games that have come out
Good titles.
and like so many like that are gonna be coming out, I think my vision is kind of like a bit short sighted.
It's pretty hard to think about what could like in the future for 2026 or games that we don't know about when there's clearly, and we'll go through a list of other things that I wrote down that maybe we haven't discussed yet. There's clearly a list of crazy stuff coming out and stuff that's slated for release this fall. That's going to fill up the year pretty fast. I agree with you. Like it's pretty hard to get ahead and start talking about Wolverine when I know I'm gonna be busy like all year. Like it's gonna go crazy. Like the games that are
Yeah,
gonna come
yeah.
out
And
October,
honestly,
November.
with Wolverine in particular, after those leaks, I just would rather them like
Hold it.
make an amazing product for us than
I
try and
God.
like you know get too hyped about something that isn't ready for release, right?
It was internally slated for 2026. That's actually how we know that from those leaks. Yeah. But no, I agree with you. It's kind of hard to have that kind of like it's like more of like a December thing, like what's coming out and
Yeah.
January, February, March, which is
Yeah.
like empty right now, right? Like who knows what January to May GTA 6 is going to be next year. Like it's a big gap. But for the rest of this year, like I think we're pretty much booked till beginning of October. It's October, November that we need information about this year, right? Okay, so let's go through like a list of titles that we haven't discussed. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, slated for this year. When are we going to find out what the release date for this? Are we going to find out like Pokemon ZA just in some kind of press thingy?
I think it'll be in like July. I think what really needs.
Ooh,
No, sorry,
soon.
not like a release date, but like they're gonna have some sort of like trailer or some sort of something, like or maybe even August, September, because then we will have some real sales figures for the Switch 2. I think they're gonna bundle it together with like hey, we've sold this many Switch 2s. Thank you for all your stuff, and like this is what you're looking forward to at the end of the like closer to the end of the year / holiday season, like just to like
Mm,
plant that idea for like what's gonna be coming out. I don't think sorry, I don't think it's July as early as July, but like probably more like an August or a September. But
okay,
yeah,
okay.
July. I'm thinking because of like the Pokemon announcement. There's a
Yeah,
Pokemon
because the Pokemon,
like
what Pokemon presents
yeah, Pokemon
in
Presents
July.
or whatever is
Yeah,
is in July. So I'm like, oh, like maybe that. But then thinking back, like June to July isn't enough time to really settle. I think it'll be more of like an August September kind of thing.
I feel like it's going to be an October, November game too.
Yeah,
Metroid
yeah,
Prime
yeah.
4. I feel like it's going to be a later
Yeah,
game.
we'll
Yeah,
get a release date around that time, and yeah, it's got to be holiday season. I
it's going to be
think.
a holiday game. I
Yeah,
think
I think even like November.
could be. Yeah. Ninja Gaiden 4. We saw this in January as part of the Xbox developer direct, where we got to see like the launch of Ninja Gaiden 2 remake or remaster, like the shadow drop of that in January.
Yeah,
And at
it
the
was a
time, they mentioned
remaster,
that
right? Technically.
it was a remaster, I think. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
they said Ninja Gaiden 4 was slated for this year, fall.
yeah. We should be getting some more
I think, yeah.
details and a release date for that.
I think this sounds like an October November game as well. Same idea. Silent Hill F. We had that Silent Hill transmission several months back. They said it was slated for this year. It's up for pre-order too.
Hmm.
So
That's definitely an October game. I feel.
yeah, Halloween
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
spooky season. Plays an
Speaking of
anime schoolgirl.
spooky season and Silent Hill, Chronos: The New Dawn, which is the game coming from Bloober Team, the team that made Silent Hill 2 remake, also slated for this year. This is the sci-fi one that looks like Dead Space.
Hmm.
I think that's also probably surefire for October. Um, Are we going to see more Onimusha Way of the Sword, even though it's slated for 2026, considering Capcom is going to be there?
I think we just recently heard that was on the Xbox developer, right? Or no, no, that was that was a separate Capcom one, right?
Separate Capcom one, yeah.
Yeah, so that was February, right?
Something like that. But they said this game's coming out 2026. Are we just going to see more of it?
I don't know. Maybe it might be a
Yeah.
little bit too early. I think it was like it was just basically. I feel like it was just basically announced, right? February,
Yeah.
March, April, May, June. Like it's only been 4 months. I don't think they're in like a pressing need to remind everybody that's coming out.
That it's coming out. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Judas, going back to Ken Levine, Judas. I know I was joking about Bioshock 4, but Judas, like, we saw a lot of it last year. I thought it was like gonna come out, and then it's been radio silence since. Are we
Hmm.
gonna see it again? And then like people even play tested it or something.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, hopefully we get something about it. Yeah, it kind of sucks that like they just kind of went quiet.
Yeah. Witcher 4, not a chance.
I think
Yeah.
very very slim chance. Very very slim.
Yeah, same here. Do you think we're gonna see more intergalactic
I
from
wouldn't
Sony?
hate it because
No, I wouldn't
that
either.
was also like January, right? Or no, that
December.
was December.
Summer Games Fest, yeah.
Based on like what we kind of know, I don't think the chances are very high, but it was a very short cinematic, so I wouldn't mind another cinematic trailer to kind of show like what it's really about.
Yeah. because it's kind of confusing to me. Project 007 from IO Interactive, which we saw a sneak peek of at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct.
Yeah, I think that one has a potential.
Yeah, it's been a minute since IO's released a brand new game. I know they've released more content for Hitman 3, but that was like 2021. Capcom Okami sequel. We saw it again at that Capcom event the same time we saw Onimusha Way Sword. Is that one closer, you think?
I still don't think so. There wasn't any gameplay showed on that, right? It was just like the original one.
Just like a trailer.
Yeah.
Like a teaser trailer. D from Kojima.
I highly doubt it. He specifically has a showcase for Death Stranding 2. There's no way he's going to be trying to market a second game right now.
Yeah.
Like, save your marketing dollars. Everybody's more hyped for Death Stranding 2 than a game that's just like not really confirmed for a release date or anything like that, right?
Crimson Desert from the developer of Black Desert Online, which is the single player version of like Black Desert, but it looks like really, really good. It's slated for 2025. I think this could be like an October, November one.
I agree.
Our Creators, I think, is going to get a release date because it's in beta. Skate. Do you think Skate comes out this year? Did they say it was coming out this year or was it next year from EA? But again, EA is not a partner, so maybe we just...
Yeah, I don't think we'll hear much about it. Skate was that one with the stupid, like, microtransactions during the beta, right? Or during the closed playtest or whatever. Man, I hope that never comes out.
Dying Light the Beast, which was supposed to already be out by now, actually, based on when they first showed it. And Techland is a partner for this, so... I think Dying Light the Beast, we have to find out what's going on. It should be already out by now, based on what they originally said, and nothing's happened.
Yeah, even the movies come out.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do we see Project Sentry? Isn't that the game that's the Yakuza in like medieval Japan or something? Feudal Japan is the right word. Or was it in China?
Oh, sorry. Backtracking to the Dying Light, not the movie. I keep confusing Dying Light with Until Dawn.
Oh, yeah, not the same.
Yeah, not the same. Sorry, this Yakuza game? I don't know. I'm not too interested in it, so I'm not like really paying a lot of tabs to it. Yeah.
RGG's not on that list
anymore. Yeah, I don't think so.
Blood of the Dawn Walker, the game that's being made by the Witcher team. The ex-Witcher team? No. The new Turok game, Turok Origins.
Didn't we got a trailer for that?
We got a trailer for that. You think we're going to get like a release date or something?
I don't think so. It was pretty limited in what they showed us, right?
Yeah. Kirby Air Riders and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's going to be a Nintendo Direct.
It's going to be a Nintendo Direct for those.
But I think those are going to be fall games. Yeah. They're going to be fall games. There's no other way. I think a surefire thing is a release date for Hades 2, like a 1.0. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
1.0 for the Rogue Prince of Persia. It has been out for like a year and a half in early access. Or a year at least. Same question, no rest for the Wicked. Same question, Windblown.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
Just permanently keep it as like a pre-release, an early access.
Yeah. Hollow Knight Silk Song for real, Durwin. What do you think?
No, I think that's gonna be Nintendo. Dude, they secured the rights for a reason.
But Xbox showed that game 2 years ago at their showcase. I don't think it matters.
The tides have turned. Okay, the Switch. It's because it is confirmed to come to the Switch 2 first, right?
No, you're thinking about Hades 2. Hades 2 has been confirmed to be a Switch 2 console exclusive at launch.
Man,
it'll be at Steam and Switch 2.
It's all combining. No, but we saw Silk Song on
we saw it at the play, but there was no indicator that it was going to be a Switch.
That was going to be a. Well, we'll see.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. That's the 2D pixel art Ninja Gaiden. Supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, not interested. Don't really care if there's a release date.
I'm so excited for this. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I'm excited for that.
That one looks really good.
Yeah. Reanimal Little Nightmares 3. Both of those are supposed to come out this year. I thought they'd be out right now, but I haven't seen anything from them yet. We thought we'd have release dates. They were marketing them pretty heavy at Gamescom last year, and nothing since. I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. Uh, I think we're gonna like by the end of this, our October and November schedules are gonna be pretty freaking full. I don't even know what they're like. This year's been pretty full already. Like going into November, I think
Mm-hmm.
August and July are a little bit chill, and I could see that filling up with some indie titles. But it's been a pretty. I don't think it's the
Is
same
it really
caliber as
that?
it.
Is it really that busy or that dead for August, July?
Not really. Like I mean, you have Mafia in the beginning of the month for August, and then you have Gears of War and Metal Gear Solid remaster and remake, respectively, at the end of the month. So it's just that middle in between. July, I think there wasn't that much. There's just like Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers,
Yeah.
but it's not super dead. Like there's still Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Actually, the more I look at this, I don't think it's dead at all. I mean, September is like full, like too.
Yeah. August
This
is when is Metal Gear Solid again?
August, like the last day of August, I think it's like
Oh, okay,
29
yeah.
or 31st or something like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
Mafia.
It's been a busy
I mean,
year.
it
I
is a
think
little bit
it's
quieter in comparison, but it is still like kind of a busy.
I think it's just the stack this 2023. Maybe the caliber of the 2023 games had more like weight, like Baldur's Gate 3, like Tears of the Kingdom, like Diablo 4, next Street Fighter, Final Fantasy 16, Resident Evil 4 remake, Hogwarts Legacy. That I felt like those were like heavier hitters, like Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder. I don't think it's been as heavy as hitting this year, but it's still a tight schedule with a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
coming out.
Is
Anyway,
Ghost of
man,
Yo? Oh yeah, Ghost of Yotai is the release
October
date is
2nd.
confirmed October 2nd. Dude, there's no chance I'm picking up. I'm just looking at the release calendar. There's no way I'm picking up Pokemon Legends that day if Ghost of Yotai comes out October 2nd.
October 2nd, that's going to be my
I
October,
can't
unfortunately.
finish Ghost of Yotai in 2 weeks. There's no way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be wanting
yeah.
to 100%.
I'm going to miss out on some games, I think, in October for whatever
Yeah,
comes out
and even
because Ghost of
Directive
Yote.
8020. Like I'm interested in that. I don't know if I can actually even play it, given my
It's
my
the same day.
flakiness to horror games, but
It's the same day. I
it's the
mean, it would be
same
fun to
day.
play with a friend. Yeah, it's the same day as Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, so
I
like
don't think I'm going to be able to play Marathon because they're going to delay it.
sure, whatever whatever you want, Doc. Man, yeah,
Um,
there's looking at the list on Game Informer, there are a lot of games that
there's
are
a lot of
still
stuff.
pending.
There's a lot of stuff. And this is before Summer Games Fest, we have all these release dates, which is crazy. Usually, Summer Games Fest is what fills up the release dates for September, October, November, December, right? Usually, like this time of year, it's kind of like a mystery what the heck's coming out in the fall. I don't think it's a mystery right now. It's at least for September and the first like half of October. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. But I'm pleased to tell you that with this episode and the episode we just recorded, we're at 2.5 hours. I think
Man,
it's time. Do you
man,
want to
you
get tortured?
another hour and a half, and I'm really like just being tortured here. Monument
Yeah.
Valley 3 on Switch.
Ooh, when is that?
I it just shows up on one of the games to be announced or whatever.
I really want to play that on my Steam Deck.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Hell yeah. Garfield Kart 2, All You Can Drift. I didn't even know Garfield was even an IP that was getting explored still.
Oh yeah.
Dude, where's the next Beyblade game?
Get the hell out of here. Who the hell still cares about Beyblades, bro? Crazy.
Dude, I love the Beyblade games growing up.
You're all about that like freaking
like
IP
90s
titles.
nostalgia.
All these IP titles. Anyway, unless you want to keep getting tortured with me, I say we depart ways.
Yes, let us reconvene in 3 days. The timer's on.
Yes, Summer Games Fest, and we're gonna have like our hands on with the Switch too.
Yeah.
But again, for our listeners, please, we would appreciate your support if you like and subscribe on Instagram, then wherever you're listening on your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Leave us a comment about what you think about these predictions. You think I'm crazy? You think Durwin's the more realistic person? Or do you think I got something in here that's telling me what's
I
really
mean,
going
you
to
were
happen?
right about the Switch. I mean, you were kind of right about the Switch too.
Which one?
Wait, you got the release date right? It was the pre-orders.
I got the
Man, I can't remember anymore. Time
I
is.
got the release date right.
Yeah, you got the
Day of the
release
Switch.
date right. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Holy smokes! I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
Jeez,
he is a
bro.
prophet of sorts.
Yes, exactly. I
Not
did
the
get this.
prophet, but
Not the
a
prophet.
potential prophet.
I'm a pro. Have you seen that guy who has the account where he's like, "You could say I'm a something of sorts."
A scientist of sorts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could say I'm a
From
prophet of sorts.
Spider-Man 1.
I'll send you the video of this guy's account. You could say I'm a prophet of sorts, but I did get the Switch 2 release date predicted correctly. And maybe we will see Life 3 at the Summer Games Fest. That's going to be a crazy moment. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be crazy, dude. They're going to
On that
have to
note,
hire.
I'm done.
All right, guys. All right. I'm going to let Durwin go. Stop torturing him. All right, man. We're out. Peace.